All right guys, welcome back to another video. Today is not going to be a normal cheat day or a food challenge. You guys can read it in the title. We're gonna be documenting me getting a hair transplant. So I know this is very crazy. It's different from any videos that I've posted ever on my channel, but I felt like this would be a good, informative video for those of you that are thinking of getting a hair transplant. And my results, this is going to be a year-long journey, but I want to document every piece of it. I myself did a lot of research on this particular method, the FEU transplant, and we're going to be explaining that a little bit more later in the video when I arrive in Turkey. Now, I've actually been thinking of getting a hair transplant. It's such a crazy thing to say, but I've been thinking of getting a hair transplant for the past year. I've done tons of research on the internet. I actually had a few friends do the FUE hair transplant and they had really great results. A lot of you guys have been pointing out in the past year or so that I've been losing my hair. Why am I always wearing hats? Things like that. It's obvious. I'm losing hair. Most men are going to lose their hair. I'm in my early 30s. I didn't think I was going to lose it this early, and I've been actually using finasteride, and I've actually been using minoxidil for about 2 years and finasteride for about 6 months. But those are preventatives to stop losing your hair. You don't really grow new hair. At least in my experience, I didn't grow new hair. I just stopped losing hair, which is a great thing because I don't want to lose all of my hair. And there's only a few ways you can go about it of gaining new hair or youthful, full looking hair. And that's just getting a hair transplant. And I will take off my hat and show you guys my head. And I guess I am a bit insecure about my hair. Obviously, I don't have any, and there's no man in the world that wants to lose their hair. But with the technology we have today, we can do certain things about it. Now, the clinic I'm going to is gonna be in Turkey, and the doctor I'm gonna be using is Dr. Serkan Aygin. I don't know if that's correctly pronounced, but he has over 25 years of experience. He has tons of great reviews online and actually has European Award of Medicine in 2019 in the field of hair transplant. So I'm using somebody that knows what they're doing and that can provide great results. And I figured it would be a great opportunity to do something different on my channel and document the process. So I am flying out to Turkey tonight. I have my hair transplant on Monday. Right now it is Saturday because I missed my flight on Friday, which was so stupid. I missed my flight yesterday because I got mixed up on the 24-hour time. I've never done that before, but there's a first for everything, and I will definitely not make that mistake again. But we have an 11-hour flight ahead of us. So now we need to get to Miami, get to the airport, and try to get some sleep because it's a 7-hour difference from here to there. So I think I'm arriving around 3 o'clock. This should be tons of fun. I love red-eye flights. Not really. But yeah, let's get this journey started. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright guys, so we made it through passport control, very easy. Got our luggage, and I've already met with the VIP transfer to the hotel, so they should be here in about 5 minutes. But everything went very smooth. All the COVID measures were in place, everybody's wearing their mask, and I couldn't have asked for a better experience. Whoa, this is nice. Little stars on top, so pretty cool. All right guys, so we are in our room and we have a tub in here, which is kind of cool. Actually, it's awesome because I've never had a room with a tub inside of the actual room. We have our beautiful bed, we have a desk, and then the bathroom. This is our hotel tour. Beautiful sink. There I am. Toilet, and then our shower. And the place we're staying at is the Nova Plaza Para Hotel, which is a 4-star hotel, and this is a very nice hotel. I even have a complimentary massage. I don't know if I'll be taking that. I very well should though. We'll see how I feel. It's already 6 o'clock here in Istanbul, and I'll probably do a separate video trying some food, get some more content out of this trip, but everything this far has been perfect. The transportation, the flights, everybody who I've spoken to has been extremely friendly, and it's been a 10 out of 10 experience thus far. So I'm gonna go ahead and unpack, maybe sightsee just for a little bit today. So if I do go out, I'll throw in a little bit of B-roll footage of what I do. Other than that, I will see you guys in the morning. And good morning, welcome to day 2 of our journey. Last night I slept great. I was kind of scared that I wasn't going to because of the 7-hour difference, but when I got into bed, I crashed out. So I'm very well rested up. This morning I grabbed breakfast on the 6th floor. They have quite a variety of food, some eggs, some fruits, some bread, some cereal, and some amazing coffee. And I actually bumped into a few individuals that got the hair transplant, and from me speaking with them, they all had great experiences. They're already in the recovery process. And no pain, no complications. Everybody said it was a great experience. And I was gonna ask to film about their experience, but I didn't feel comfortable putting a camera in their face because none of them were documenting their journey. So I wanted to respect their privacy. But with all that said, I am very excited. I feel well rested up. Right now it's 11:10. The shuttle to pick me up is gonna be here about 11:30. And hopefully everything today goes well. So let's go ahead and get this crazy day started.
So during my consultation with Dr. Serkan, we talked about what I wanted out of this procedure. Dr. Serkan then drew up my hairline and drew up where and how much grafts I would need for my thinning hair, which totaled to about 4,500 grafts. And the machine that you see being used is pretty much a microscope, and you can see the follicles very well, and you can also count the amount of shafts I have per graft. And looking at the screen, you can see some of my hair follicles have multiple hair shafts. I even see one with, or a couple with 4 hair shafts. I thought that was pretty interesting. And after our consultation with Dr. Serkan, we went to the next building to get my blood work done just to make sure everything is in place and in check, because that is pretty important when you're having any procedure or surgery done.
All right, guys, so we're getting ready to start the procedure. So as you guys can see, we already have the markings on my head. It looks pretty insane, but this is where I have to put my camera away. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this locker they provide me. I'm gonna go ahead and dress out really quickly. Okay. And after the procedure, I will tell you guys exactly how many grafts they used. I will be honest, I'm a little nervous, but excited at the same time. This is where my camera ends, and let's see what it looks like after this. All right, so before I walk in this frame, just a graphic warning, I don't look normal. So, yes, I do not look normal. We just got done with the procedure. It was a 7-hour procedure. They went ahead and removed the donor follicles and implanted those follicles in the area where I wanted the hair to grow back. I will be honest with you, right now I don't feel too well. I was on anesthesia and a few other things, so I am gonna go ahead and stop here. I just wanted to show you what I look like right after the procedure, and it looks scary. I mean, my head up here is swollen like crazy, and yeah, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just pass out because I have to get up pretty early because we have a few other things that we have to do at the clinic. But yeah, that's it. We'll talk a little more in depth a little later in this video, but yeah, just showed you first glance of what it looks like, and it is very, very scary looking. Okay, so good night. And good morning, guys. I know I look like an alien. It is crazy when I see myself in the mirror because I don't even recognize myself. Like, what the heck is going on here? And then my head is just like massive. I literally look like one of those Martians from Attack of the Martians or Martian Attack. I forgot the name of that movie, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen right here. I look like one of those guys. But today is our last day here in Istanbul, and we're gonna be going to the clinic here in about half an hour. They're gonna go ahead and wash my scalp, clean it up, take the bandages off, and see what it looks like. But as far as night one, I slept actually pretty good, considering the fact that I had a pillow around my neck and I just kind of slept upright like this to keep my face from swelling. I had a friend that had the same procedure done. He slept on his side, both his sides throughout the night, and he woke up and his eye was swollen, his nose was swollen, he had like a swollen cheek. It looked crazy. He looked really deformed. So I was trying not to have that happen to me. Also, I feel great this morning. I went ahead and had breakfast on the 6th floor. I'm gonna miss that because I love the amazing view up there. So I'm very well fed. We're all packed up here. And to be honest, I'm excited to go home. I really wish I had been here just a little longer so I can do a little bit more exploring, but we didn't really have that time. However, my time here was amazing thanks to the clinic. They really hold your hand throughout this whole process. Like, you don't have to do anything. They pick you up from the airport, they take you to the hotel, they make sure you're fed. This experience has been amazing, and yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. Can I get used to the way my head looks?
And upon arriving to Dr. Serkan's clinic, we had a consultation about the post-operative care. They supplied me with recommended supplements to take, such as lotion for my scalp for the healing process. They give you a shampoo and then a serum. And it is recommended 18 days after the procedure to take finasteride or dutasteride plus Rogaine. Now, I already take finasteride and Rogaine, so this is not a big thing for me. It's going to promote no further hair loss from your already existing follicles, and I will pretty much stay on Rogaine and finasteride, maybe forever, because I want to try to preserve my hair as long as possible. And the clinic did provide me with a hair transplant certificate, and it gives me the total numbers of transplanted grafts, which was 4,500, and it shows you per transplanted area and how much hair shafts you have per graft. And now on to the washing of my scalp and also laser light therapy.
All right, guys, and we're back home here in Miami. Got in about 12 o'clock last night, came back, showered, did not wash my scalp, didn't touch it, just showered my body because I smelled terrible. It's a 12-hour flight, long, and nobody smells good after a long flight. So this is gonna be the conclusion of the first of many videos documenting my journey with a hair transplant. And I have to specify, earlier in the video I said it was gonna be an FUE hair transplant. It's not FUE, it's actually a DHI transplant, and DHI just means direct hair implant. FUE, which is follicular unit extraction, is very similar to DHI. And I will take this off. They actually gave me this hat to use if I go outside because I have to avoid direct sunlight, and I'll show you guys what it looks like right now. Please note that I look like an alien. My head is swollen, and that's a normal thing when you go through this procedure. I had a few friends that had very similar experiences. It's just what comes with the territory. If you're gonna be doing a hair transplant, you just gotta know that your head's gonna swell from all the trauma that you're going through. You can see the area where it was implanted. In the frontal part, I have 2,887 grafts here. The temporal, I have 71 grafts. Central, I have 816 grafts. And then the crown area, I have 726 grafts, with a total number of 4,500 grafts. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my hat right back on. The procedure itself, I felt went very smoothly. I gotta say, hands down, a great experience. They were nothing short of amazing, from transportation, from communication, with making sure that I felt comfortable. I would say my experience was a 10 out of 10. There's nothing that could have made it more comfortable and better than it was. So for the actual procedure, DHI, they take hair follicles from your donor areas where you have a good amount of hair, usually from the back part, from the sides. And if you have a nice beard, they'll take a little bit out of here depending on how many grafts you need for your case. The whole procedure varies on how many grafts you need, but for me, it was about 7 hours. That is probably the worst part, just how long it takes, but they do make sure you're comfortable. They use local anesthesia because they need you to move around, because when they have to extract your hair follicles, if you're completely passed out, they can't do that. So when they take hair follicles from the back of your donor area, you have to flip around on your stomach, and they just individually take one out at a time. You flip to your side, they take them one at a time, side one at a time, beard one at a time, and then you get to the part where they start implanting those new hair follicles into your areas of need. And again, I have nothing to complain about with the actual procedure. Like I said, the only thing that was a nuisance was how long it was. But I mean, given the fact that you're gonna have a nice full head of hair, I think it's worth it. Like I said, I did tons of research on the doctor I wanted to use. And Dr. Serkan has tons and tons of reviews. You can go to their YouTube channel, you can go to their Instagram, you can just type it into Google and see results, and the results look great. Even people that had worse shape than I was had really, really great results. So I'm super excited for this next year to see where my hair goes. And obviously I'm gonna document it throughout the year just to show you guys where my hair is at that point in time. So this will be like a year-long journey, but I am so excited for this. And I feel that it's nothing you should be ashamed about. Some people might be ashamed of getting a hair transplant, and I know it's because when you think of hair transplant, it sounds ridiculous, but let's face it, up to 80% of men are going to lose hair. I don't know if that's an accurate statistic, and I don't know about other people, but personally, it's an insecurity for me. Like, I've always worn hats all my life, not because I was balding, because I wore hats when I was young, but obviously I'm older now and I still wear hats every day, and sometimes I'd like to not wear a hat, but I'm insecure about like me going bald. That's why I've kept my hair pretty short through the past few years, and I'm glad I finally committed to actually doing this procedure. And the price of a hair transplant. Now, I'm not gonna get too in depth about the price. I will say though, Turkey is probably most likely the #1 spot people go to get a hair transplant, because the cost of it in Turkey is far cheaper than anywhere else in the world. If you go to Germany, it's gonna cost you a lot. If you go to UK, it's gonna cost you a lot. If you go to America, I got quoted when I saw a surgeon here in America, and they quoted me for 1,500 grafts, $8,000. And Turkey has some of the best surgeons that do hair transplants. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna leave the link to their clinic in the description. Check it out for yourself, check out their social medias, look at the results. I spoke to a bunch of different patients that had friends get the procedure done at the same clinic, had great results. If you get a hair transplant, good for you. I don't think you should hide it. I'm documenting it because I'm not ashamed of getting a hair transplant. And I feel like this is gonna be a very informative video for a lot of you guys that are thinking about doing the same thing. So that wraps up our first video. I'll probably do an update video in about, maybe in a few weeks, maybe a month. Definitely within 3 months, I'll show you guys where my hair's at. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, something very different. And let's see where my hair goes from here. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, follow the journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.